Troopers and grinders, welcome to Hank's Think Tank with the craziest and cringiest in MMA news. Suck it on a lemon with this news sometimes, troopers and grinders. And let me tell you what, guys, this batch of news I got straight from the fish tank that I fished out of Hank's Think Tank, it's still reeling and slipping and sliding all over the boat. Let me tell you, it is breaking news, big time breaking news. This time, troopers and grinders in the think tank. This batch, ooh, it smells fresh out of the oven. And it's shocking. And it's crazy. And it could just change the MMA world forever for you fucking guys, dude. And Hank the Tank is here to talk all about it, you understand? That's right. It's good news. It's real good news this time around. Good and bad. But it's definitely news. It's big time news. So stay tuned, tune in, listen to what Henka da Tenka has to say to you. But anyway, before I get into my big scramble, my whole series of news, I want to ask, how are you guys doing? How are you, troopers and grinders, Skate Tank Army? Having a good night? Is it way too late for Hank the Tank to be streaming right now? I usually do the Hank's Think Tank at 8:15, but I want to know. I was reading through a Discord server and just listening to Vanderlei Silva say over again, "Wanna know." And he will be included in some of the MMA news that Hank the Tank has on the docket for you guys. So stay tuned, because we got one of these stories, man. It is branching into multiple facets of MMA, reaching in and pulling out all these old figures from way back in the days of the glory days of MMA history. This bring us a huge nostalgia trip. So get ready, man. Get ready. It's gonna be a shocking announcement if you haven't heard it already. It has been making the rounds of MMA news as of late, and I'm excited for this, guys. I really am. I bet most of you can have a good hold of what exactly I'm talking about, but I'm saving it. I'm saving it for well towards the end of my news cycle. So buckle up, man, because I got some juicy tidbits, some drama for you guys, dude, for you guys. And then over time, it's going to get, the news is getting bigger and bigger and bigger until it can't take anymore, and it bursts into flames. So even though it's strange because it's the Hank's Think Tank, and you think that because it's a tank, it would be like underwater, like a fish tank. But no, there's fire. There's fire in the Hank's Think Tank, because it's not just a fish tank, you guys. It's also a genuine tank that has a cannon as part of it that explodes shrapnel at 1,000,000 miles per hour, a series of blades out of its cannon, big cannonball, and all sorts of other junk. And it shoots it into the air, and it turns people into Swiss cheese. That is what Hank's Think Tank is. It comes right out of my fucking brain and it lands right into your heads. And then you absorb the bullets, all the news stories. It's in your eyes, it's in your ears, it's in your nose, all over the place. But you can't help but smile a little bit because it's good stuff. It is good stuff this week around, troopers and grinders. But anyway, with all that improv out of the way, let's get into the first big story from Hank's Think Tank that I was able to salvage from the drink for you guys. So listen up. Hank's got something to tell you. Quiet down. We've got a conspiracy on our hands, gang. Some in the MMA community thought that Merab purposefully provoked a scuffle with a fan after walking back to the locker room with Aljamain Sterling following his loss to Movsar Evloev. But it turns out that Kazakh fan was actually a close friend of Umar's, Islam's, Habib's, and several other Dagestani fighters in their camps, and was likely encouraged by Umar to grab Merab's arm and start an altercation with him. It was a plan. It was a plan from Umar in the Dagestani camp from the start to have that one fan mess with Merab and grab his arm and start some big drama show between those two. It was all plot. It was a scheme. It was a sizzler. It was a twister. It was a ruse. It was a rap. It was a big fat lie is what it was. And it was orchestrated by the Dagestanis, I tells yous. The number one UFC bantamweight contender has shared 2 photos of the guy sitting alongside him and his squad, eating dinner soon after the incident between the fan and Merab took place. This is one of several reasons I can't stand Dagestani fighters and their cronies. They claim to be devoutly religious, trustful, straightforward, and yet they plan shit like this on or 4-on-1 people tried to try and intimidate or get into the heads of their opponents and their teams. It's very hypocritical to their respectful athlete image, along with their clearly widespread but closely tight knit and hidden PED use. Dirty cheats. I liked Umar for 5 seconds after his press conference destruction of Merab Deval's Feely, but now all this devious gaslighting mastermind shit has forcefully placed me in Merab's camp once again. Umar's a sneaky Nurmagomedov through and through. So I say fuck troopers and grinders. That is what Hank the Tank has to think about all this. If all this was known about by Umar and he let the guy do it anyway and was happy to see him mess with Merab and grab his arm and start a big scuffle, that guy's a jerk, man. You can say that Merab crashed out during the press conference and he got to Merab and Merab should have handled himself better. And then you have Umar, sharing photos of him with the guy who messed around with Merab and called him all sorts of insults in Russian and just tried to provoke him. And he thinks that's cool, does Umar Nurmagomedov. Despicable, man. It's truly despicable. So, yeah, now I'm going to be rooting for Merab once again against Umar Nurmagomedov. Oof, Jesus Christ. So, yeah, it didn't take very long for me to get back on the Georgian side against an undefeated Nurmagomedov Dagestani, because them's the breaks, folks. Them's the breaks. So, yeah. And it's just weird. Like, every once in a while, you just think to yourself, oh, this Dagestani fighter is really nice. Oh, he seems very respectful. Oh, he seems like a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a fly. What? Am I banned? You're not banned, Dylan. When would I ban you? What are you talking about, Big Red? Here. It's just that, I don't know. Usually it just starts out empty and then it fills up over time. But you're fine, dude. You're here. Why? What's going on? Is there something going on with my live chat or something? Because I've seen like a deviating number of people in the chat, and yet I don't see a lot of people sending any messages, which is interesting. But of course, you're not banned, Dylan. You're right here. I don't know what's going on, but basically, yeah, if he's supporting that bullying crap from that Kazakh guy, then I don't know. I'm back on Merab's side. All these Nurmagomedovs tend to pressure certain people in their camps, try to intimidate their opponents or their opponents' friends. No, I think I just lost signal for a second. All good, buddy. All right, it's good to see you, by the way, Big Red. Always nice to see Big Red in Hank's Think Tank and the Skate Tank chat, Skate Tank Army. So thank you for hanging out, Dylan. I needed someone to talk to about this news. But what do you think, Big Red? What do you think about that random fan who grabbed Merab's arm and started a big fight? What do you think about him actually being an associate of Umar Nurmagomedov and his squad? That he had dinner with him like prior, and he'd been with the family going back like almost a decade. And now here he is bad mouthing Merab and starting shit with him on behalf of I assume his team. That's some gaslighting shit from Umar if he planned that shit. So very interesting, troopers and grinders. Very interesting. But anyway, that's it for that story. Let's get to the next piece of it. Get to the next piece of MMA news we got on tab. Colby Covington had his drunk, rambling Conor McGregor moment on his live stream a few days ago. Whoa! Who we got in the Skate Tank chat? It's Amberly Rose. Amberly is here. How's it going, Amberly? Hi, Hank. I think Umar is enjoying pissing Merab off. I think so too, but he hides it. He's very good at pretending to be professional, like he was during that entire press conference where it was just like, when was the part where I insult your family? Where was the part where I insult your religion? I never do that, brother. I never do that. I'm very respectful. I never say a bad thing. And you, Merab, you always get so emotional, my brother, and you make all these accusations about me. They're not true. They are not true, brother. But yes, you are saying this about me. You are saying this about Aljo, about my whole team. Screw you, Umar. You say, you stupid dummy. You always saying no bad thing. No, say the part where I said it. I never said it. I never said this. Send location, brother. Never said this. Like Umar's, yeah. That was a fantastic press conference because again, he was just manipulating him. It's just emotionally gaslighting him the entire time. So Umar's a pro at hiding his the evil, sinister nature of his heart. If you've seen interviews with Umar, you know that guy fucking goes off and he is candid about pretty much everything. And you could describe some of the stuff he says as really jerkish. Yeah, he's trying to pretend he's above it. Yeah, he's same level, dude. Dude, as soon as Khabib was intimidating Connor's partner just because Connor's training partner or like teammate, just because he talked shit about Khabib in an interview. Oh no, someone talked shit about you in the media in public. Oh no, that's worth pushing him up against a wall and you'll never say that about me again. No, you understand? That's ho shit. That's ho shit in my opinion. Hey, Pulse Reloaded is here. What is going on, Pulse? Always nice to see you. It was great. I think Dana was enjoying it too, to be honest. And and Dana literally said right like midway into the press conference, like, oh no, I was supposed to be somewhere during this pay-per-view. I was supposed to be in Los Angeles. So I'm booking the ticket. I'm booking the ticket to be here. Isn't it awesome? Yeah, I'm canceling. I'm canceling. I'm gonna be right here, folks. I'm gonna be right here. Isn't it awesome? Be right back. All right, see you later, Pulse. Hello, Pulse. Eel loaded. Yes, Pulse is an eel at heart, man. Slippery, slimy. Always through the cracks of the chat, always lurking around. And then if I'm gonna strike and he's gonna electrocute me. Pissing Merab off might not be a good idea. Maybe. I mean, honestly, Merab's handled worse. Like, he's just a human firecracker, man. He gets pissed at the smallest thing, but he still ends up winning his fights. Like, he was yelling at Tim Welsh in the first round, and that didn't stop him from bullying O'Malley on the ground. So maybe that's just vintage Merab right there. I love it too. Yeah, but enough of this ho shit with hiring one of your friends or associates to pick a fight with Merab as he's exiting the arena. That's whack, man. That's bad. Because now you're just doing whatever you want to get yourself an advantage, and I think that's slimy. And I think if you hold yourself up to a professional manner, then you don't encourage stuff like that to happen. That's my opinion. Hello, Matua. Hello, Amberly Rose. We got the hellos from Amberly in the Skate Tank Army chat. Yes, sir. All right, good chat. Good chat. Actually, we got 40 seconds until Hank the Tank's next story. 40 more seconds, guys. So if you have any more commentary about this news story, let Hank the Tank know before he moves on to the next one. It's a bit creative having your team pick at Merab. Yeah, I mean it's gonna work. It's definitely gonna work, but I don't know. In my opinion, there's a limit. There's a limit to what you can do. It's really slimy politicking stuff, especially if you're like portraying yourself as someone who doesn't do that. I think that's a bit hypocritical. I think you should lose some stock for that, in my opinion. If you're gonna beat him on the mic. Yeah, no need to gang up on Merab if you're good enough. And I think he is good enough. I'd actually pick Umar to beat Merab. I think his performance against Sandhagen was incredible, masterful even. So he was beating him up in the striking. He was beating up Corey Sandhagen in the striking and grappling him when he needed to. So Umar is more than ready. Similar to when Tim Welsh pretended to be Aljo's corner. Yeah, Aljo, go. Oh. Gotcha. Hey, Merab, go. Hey, you shut up right there. Hey, you shut up, Timbers. Don't talk to me about anything. You're the stupid fucking ginger working with O'Malley the entire time. I don't trust you. I'm gonna fight you right now, Timbers. Where are you? Where are you, boy? Oh, God. I just found a new, I found an outro for this stream. I love that. I can't believe I do the Merab voice that well. But I do it well. Aljo, go. But anyway, let's get to Hank the Tank's next big news story in my cycle. What's Hank gonna fish out of the think tank this time? Whoa, easy, big fella, easy. Colby Covington had his drunk, rambling McGregor moment on his live stream a few days ago, where he went after a few active fighters as well as alumni in the UFC welterweight division, targeting Skamzat Chimaev and Marty Juiceman in particular when fans brought them up. Colby rightfully called out Hamzat for trusting crypto scammers to market Smishcoin to his fans when he likely had no idea how crypto worked. But then again, the same stream, Colby was chatting up his fans about sports betting and gambling sites. So he can't really say that he's not affecting his viewers' pocketbooks as well. But I was covering the scams story as well. And yeah, it's really irresponsible to just trust some crypto guy to market some product you know nothing about or have any financial incentive to make sure that it goes well. So he's right for calling out Kamzat as trusting very untrustworthy crypto guys. But then again, Colby promotes gambling sites as well, so that's not exactly helpful. I've never seen him do a live stream. I haven't either. He just did it. He just did it like a week before his fight with Buckley. Just like, hey guys, we do what the people want. Colby Covington, dude, I've been secluded for an entire year waiting for Leon Scissorhands to give me the title shot because Jorge Masvidal threw fists at me and I'm real mad about it. So I'm going to sue Dana White and the UFC unless they give me my instant title shot. But you know, I'm a man of the people guy, dude. I'm Donald Trump's champion, dude. I'm everybody's champion. And I'd never do so. I always do what the people want. And, you know, if they want a guru interview, and let's give the people what they want. They want the guru interview. I'm a man of democracy, you guys. Colby Covington, nerds and virgins. And it was just like, hey, dude, let's play some poker. Let's make some bets. Yeah. Let's do some gambling. Ha, 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 ha. How about it, guys? Just out of the blue. Just showing up online. Just, all right, guys. All right, guys. Let's get into some gambling. Fucking stupid motherfucker. Anyway, he also claimed that Kamaru Usman was the fighter he hated the most, which is understandable given that he's been a substance exploiter in his fights and TKO'd Colby with blatant back of the head shots. Thanks, Mark Goddard, for that, by the way. But also remember the part of that rematch when you told Usman that you just wanted to sell the fight for him, Colby? I do. If you do hate Usman, it's at the very least a love-hate relationship. Otherwise, you were just playing your character on your live stream and burning bridges again to come off as authentic. How'd that work out between you and Masvidal, by the way? Not great. That's what I remember. Not great. Oh, really? He's doing an interview with Guru? Yeah, he posted it on YouTube. Guru posted it like this morning, like close to noon, I'm pretty sure. And some of it was interesting, like about how Jones would try to wrestle with him when he was roommates with Jones, and you know, not in the regular way, in the more Jeff Molina fashion, if you will. And he was an interesting portrait of like he's not as usual as Colby going into this fight. He's not prepared. He doesn't have the name for Buckley. Just did what the UFC basically offered him, which is why I'm probably going to pick Buckley over Colby because he's unprepared for this. And then there was some Trump glazing, and Guru was just yeah, whatever you said, that's true, because he's a big Trumper. So at that point, I was just like, meh, I'll finish this later or whatever. So Kamaru cheated to be on it, yes, and he has a pharmacist for a father, and his father gives him EPO and HGH and makes sure that he's got some throbbing veins on his arms and got some spots on his belly. And he just doesn't look natty. He doesn't look natty. Also, he's Nigerian, but he never had. He's been living in America forever, and he doesn't have the American flag, not even once. Marty from Nebraska. That's cool. It's cool. Yeah, he did get the interview, and it's because his chat was literally like bullying him into just getting the Guru interview, and he's like, okay, fine. It's an interesting development, especially since Guru actually is going to get an interview with Buckley. Like later this week, you're going to see an interview between Guru and Buckley. So he was able to interview both Covington and Buckley in the same week. Not side by side because that would be manipulative, and I respect and applaud Guru for not throwing them together into a face-to-face interview without them knowing. But you're going to see interviews between Guru and Covington and Guru and Buckley very soon. You're going to see it from Buckley. It's with Covington. It's already posted on YouTube, but the Buckley one's coming soon after. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, he was always shredded. Who? Colby? I mean, yeah, like he's in a weight division that is very good for him. Like he gets to cut it very. I think he's a natural 170 pounds kind of guy. So um, that is definitely the weight division for him. It's just a shame that he spends so much time um, outside promoting shit, playing poker, doing stuff that's not MMA. That I don't. It's just hard to get over the ring rust sometimes when you're in your prime, sort of exiting your prime like Colby, but spending too much time on the sidelines, dude, and it's not helping him in his fights. He's taking this one on short notice, so that's the opposite of what he was dealing with Leon. Um, but I think he's not going to be ready for that either. I'm a Trumper too. I don't talk politics because it's a personal decision, in my opinion. Yeah, but the thing with Colby is that he I don't even know if he'd have really supported Trump if it didn't benefit him. Because he made the switch. He was just a boring American wrestler and who was good, but UFC was basically like, well, you got nothing going for you, so we're gonna cut you. And then after you win this fight, and then he basically went on the mic and just decided to be hateful on the speech and just completely called the Brazilian crowd animals. Now Rio crowd does suck. I agree with him there. So that worked out in hindsight. But he's made his whole career and his whole gimmick off of just being a bigot. And then the Trump shit comes after that. Like, how much of that is authentic and how much of that is inauthentic? Maybe he actually is at heart in his politics, but part of that is definitely put on, in my opinion. But he had no choice. Otherwise, he was going to get fired. Yeah, I hope he does better this time. Yeah, I hope so too. It actually sort of sucked to see Colby gone because he is a star in the welterweight division and he is a character. So even as cringy as that character is, like it's good to have characters in your weight divisions. Chips tier list. Good point. I might I'll put it on this document and maybe ask Skatesman about it. No, we got an idea, dude. We have a very clear idea. I think Trump gave up on Colby. Nope. Nope. He's still at his golf course. He's still in Mar-a-Lago. He's still in all of his private settings, just chatting it up with them. So he's on the same level as Elon. Like if Colby wanted to, he'd probably get a position in the White House, which is scary as fuck, to be honest. Yeah, I wish he would be himself more now that he's more popular. Yeah, I mean, in some ways he is, in some ways he isn't. He was honest in his live stream, and that's pretty good. And there were parts of his Guru interview that seemed authentic, but then he reverts into his character, and so I don't know. Like I feel like Chael's son is the best example of somebody who can go from character to real life person just easiest. You can tell when they're being authentic and when they're not being authentic. With Colby, it's hard to tell. Y'all voted for Trump again? I know. I hope not. I hope not, you guys, because you're gonna get what you asked for. I'm telling you, those fucking tariffs. I'm gonna be affected by them too. They increase prices. They inherently increase prices, and Trump admitted that they increased prices. So if you voted for him to get lower prices on groceries, you're gonna be sadly mistaken. Just Trump maxed and then copied Chael's lines exactly. That dude started COVID. Yeah, well, he didn't start COVID, but he definitely made it worse, fully worse. He was fucking ruining the economy, recession. Colby and Trump be kissing. Matua knows what I'm talking about. He absolutely knows what I'm talking about. Is Merab a real person? He is, in fact, a real person. In fact, Umar knew that Merab was a real person so much that he ended up hiring one of his friends to start an altercation with him and grab his arm and start a scuffle between them on his behalf. So Merab is real. He's the real UFC bantamweight champion. But he does look like a garden gnome or a troll under a bridge. Watch them give Colby a title shot if he beats Buckley. I know. UFC's so desperate for stars sometimes. And then they have like the moment to make stars from fighters, and then they just sacrifice those fighters. So UFC's especially on Tough, they don't even promote real like potential stars through Tough. They just promote bullshit agendas. Yeah. Is Merab a real person? Pretty sure. Although if you maybe he's wearing a mask, maybe you can rip it off like it's Halloween. Merab is definitely real. I agree with Matu on that one. My guy, I'm a hardcore MMA fan. Let's do a collab. You can't just like start a collab based off of just showing up here, man. I'm not gonna give you a collab right off the bat, but if you want, you can subscribe to Skate Tank MMA channel and watch some of our content. And we do have a post show on Saturdays, so if you ever want to hop in to our live programming, we have it. Maybe you're not Musha's Hid Khan after all. Maybe you're somebody in a disguise trying to be someone else. This is the online MMA sphere after all. So yeah, you can't hide from me, just Deadpool. All right, maybe you're the real thing. Maybe you're the real thing. But be warned, man. I only do collabs on Saturdays through a link. Rob's construction work is a great base for MMA. Yes, which is running up mountains, running up mountains and breaking blocks of ice and jumping into a pool minus 25 degrees. Yes. And holding Aljamain's hand as well. Being an independent is nice. Yeah, but the independents always end up leaning towards the right most of the time. Either that or they get bought out by right-wing lobbyists. So you take a side either way. Glad you're covering GFL. Was thinking about making a prediction video. Me, you, and Fight Night Frankie. Ooh. All right. Well, hit me up, man. Send me the DM. Tell me what I got to do. I can be in the prediction video with you and Frankie. Mushahid Khan is not a real person. No, there's the real question. Bro, why are you using accent for me? I use accent because Mushahid Khan, he sounds like Merab, you know. He sounds like Georgian or Afghanistan or Pakistan or Palestinian man, you know. And so I use that accent. I do it for everybody, you understand. Hank, you need some vitamin A, C, and electrolytes and water. I know. I'm sorry. Why is Kobe Wiggle modded and not me? You show up like half the time that Kobe does. Kobe Wiggle is very devout to the channel. I will make you a mod though, No Chill MMA, if you ask for it. Perfect accent, Hank, of Mushahead Khan. Thank you. Y'all ever had jalapeno Cheetos? I have not. Yes, I have. I have had spicy Cheetos. Are those jalapeno Cheetos? I think so. Yes. They're very hot. Like they're hot to the point that I can't even like taste the flavor in them. It just tastes like burning. Shit feeds families. I know about hot Cheetos, not jalapeno Cheetos. Maybe. Hello, No Chill. Hello, No Chill. I vote independent. Good for you, Matua. Good for you. Just know that with an independent thought, and maybe that's not true. Maybe some people really are one side and the other, and both are 50-50. But in my experience, I feel like a lot of independent politicians end up selling out at one point or another, or showing their allegiances later. So just be careful. Bruh, not Georgian, no Afghanistan. I'm from Wakanda. Hey, Wakanda forever, man. Wakanda forever. Do you have a problem with, oh God, what's his name? Oh, what was his name? Black Panther, yeah. Hey, oh God. Oh, Mushahid Khan. Do you know the name Eric Killmonger? Yes, he has taken over Wakanda. Do you know the way, Mushahid Khan? Little kid from Oakland decided to take over Wakanda. He has weapons and guns. He want to take the world hostage. We have to stop him, Mushahid Khan. Is that the guy that hacked Potato? Probably. Call back to that accent throughout the street. Okay, I will, Matua. You got it, my friend Mushahid Khan. You are in big trouble, mister. You are not real. You are someone else, I tell you. Not for me. Getting mogged by DJ Aiden Alpha Max is crazy. Yes, he's better. He's way better than DJ Aiden. Way better than DJ Aiden. Not desperate whatsoever, dude. He's just in. I'd see him more as like Andrew B. Alpha Max. Do you think Merab can pull Umar's strings? He's already doing it. Oh, wait, Merab can pull Umar's strings. He needs to take Islam hostage. He needs to take Makhachev hostage. He needs to take DJ, who's with them in their training camp, hostage, and then tell Umar that he's not going to let him go until he throws the fight against him. That's the only way he wins. Hello, Ambry, Matua, Messiah Chai, and Bilal. I'm on edibles. I can tell. Not hot Cheetos is different. I'm assuming you're referring to the red one. Right. But there's a jalapeno Cheetos I see. Jalapeno Cheetos is like a hint of jalapeno. Super cheesy, little crunch, based as fuck. Ooh, I like it. I like it, Master Science Chai. And if I find a gas station in Cali, I am going to find myself some jalapeno Cheetos. Not red either. Okay. What color are they then? Are they just regular orange color? Bro, mashallah. Jacuzzi. Okay, that's nice, brother. I like your thinking, brother. Let's all hop in jacuzzi together, my brother. Two dudes sitting in a hot tub 6 feet apart because they're not gay. Inshallah, my brother. Doesn't get all over your hands. Now that is a rare property of Cheetos. Say hello, Science Chai, or I'll make your liberal coworker talk to you. Yeah, say hello. Hello, No Chill. That's him, baby. How are you? Damn, now I want Cheetos. Well, leave the stream and go get yourself some Cheetos, damn it. Yeah, they're just normal Cheetos with a little bit of green specks on it. Ooh, yeah. There had to be a little bit of green there. Otherwise, like what? They're not jalapenos, man. There's no jalapeno gimmick to them. Has to have some little pepper skins on there. When my dogs bark so loud, barks bloody murder over every noise. Yikes. Well, your dog is the one that all the neighbors despise. So you gotta hire the dog whisperer, Caesar Milan. What kind of dog? Let me guess. Cane Corso? Well, before Amberly answers that question or continues to distract from the stream, let's get to Hank's next piece of MMA news for the troopers and grinders out there. The redemption arc of Ilia Topuria continues, as Ilia has made it clear in a Spanish interview that Max Holloway was his last fight at featherweight, and he's planning on moving up to lightweight permanently to fight the number one contender, Charles Oliveira, and then facing the champion in that weight division. Whether it be Islam Makhachev or Arman Sarukian. Never been a fan of hot Cheetos? Me neither. Yeah, no taste. Hot Cheetos ain't food? Based. No, that's a based opinion. She's wiener dog. Clab mix. Aw. Little fella, and she's making all that noise, man. I'm telling you, the ones with the least bite have the most bark. The taste of Red Hot Cheetos is okay, but they get all over your hands. Yes. And I just taste razor blades when I eat those. Redemption arc, yes. They don't have much taste. Exactly. Ilia to 155 pounds is beautiful. Yes, and let me continue to explain why. Apparently, the weight cuts at featherweight have been catching up to him more, as his body's been fluctuating and evolving since he first entered the featherweight division in 2020. Lightweight seems more natural for him now, and given he's been going back and forth with Islam Makhachev as of late, seems clear his mind is set toward a whole weight division up that can make the weight cut less serious and more motivating for him to be an active fighter. I love this move personally, as it lets either Diego Lopez or Alexander Volkanovski be the champion in his place. And if he does beat Charles Oliveira, then we get a massive title fight between him and Islam, which I think Ilia might just win personally. Olive shouldn't fight Ilia. It's a bad idea. Yeah, it's absolutely a bad idea. But the thing about the UFC is that they get what they want. Damn it. Now I'm booking you in that fight. A little guy going up a weight class against you. Then you're going to take it, damn it. Okay, I'm going to be the champion. I'm going to beat Topuria, and the next champion going to be Charles Oliveira, brother. Whatever I have to do to win the belt, Charles Oliveira, brother. Probably gaining more muscle, like Max too. They should both be at 155. They should, yeah. They probably have some great super fights at that weight division as well. Easy money. Bro, Ilia versus Fiziev. Please make that fight if Fiziev comes back. and Ilia gets the belt. Yes, yes. That would definitely be the matchup to make, but that'd be far off in the future. So I wouldn't count on that matchup being made, but maybe if the stars align. That's my selfish reason for wanting this. In reality, Taporia still has good contenders at featherweight besides Volk and Max. And if he stuck around at featherweight, he could easily make featherweight GOAT conversation with some more memorable defenses and finishes. But if it's best for Taporia, I guess it's best for us in the UFC because he's a star. Honestly, I don't care. I'd love to see him chin a Dagestani and become the ultimate UFC bullfighter, or I guess in this case, bear fighter. Whatever. Just seeing a Dagestani champion get chinned is worth the price of Taporia vacating and moving up alone. Andale, andale, arriba, woohoo! Ay, ay, ay. Interesting. Ilia sparks some good energy at that weight. Yeah, spark some good energy. +5. Big good energy, says Matua. Adds energy, charisma. Plus 500 charisma. Ilia is all quality, not much quantity. Kind of a fan, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's quantity of very specific areas, you understand. He may not have much down there, or just in general. But in terms of the quality of his fights, yes, definitely. Little guy's got some punching power. He's like Volkanovski in a way. His personality is annoying, but I just ignore it. I agree. Fully on board with that statement, Master Science Chai. He's been annoying since Patty Pimblett. English spotty. Sometimes he just has moments of complete schizophrenia. Um, he's an asshole, cocky asshole. He changed his Twitter page or Instagram page to like 16-0 featherweight champion before he even fought Volk. So, guy is tripping off of his own ego. At least he used to before. And he was an asshole too. Probably one of my favorite fighters of all time. That doesn't help. Um, but then now he's starting to mellow out. He's starting to mellow out with Max. Starting to start shit with Dagestanis, which is nice. And if he's cocky and arrogant against Dagestanis, I'm fully on his side. Let me tell you. And I don't know. It seems like he's having some physical problems himself. So I don't know. I think he's starting to mellow out. He's starting to humble. Starting to learn some humility. I think. I agree. He's kind of annoying. Kinda. He'll get less annoying over time. Honestly, all UFC fighters have a cocky, annoying side. Yeah, but some choose to embody it and some don't. That I love and hate at the same time. Yeah, I mean that's humans, right? That's humanity. That's life. By the way, make sure to like the stream, guys. Like the stream so we get some more of your beautiful faces in here to listen to fresh batch of it. Think Tank MMA news. Like as a fighter, there's nothing to not like about Taporia as a fighter for sure. Super exciting. Always puts on a good scrap. Gets beaten up in his fights and comes back and chins his opponents. What more do you want? Super high intensity, high energy pressure boxing style. It's fluid, fun to watch. Elite boxing. That is on highlight reels on YouTube on shorts. Gets sick KOs every fight or dominates every fight. Yeah, definitely. Like against Josh Emmett, but he's just got little man syndrome. That's it. A world where Ilia isn't annoying. Yeah. Utopia, heaven on earth. He'd be our next Diego Lopez. Unfortunately, there's another Diego Lopez that's in the same weight division. It's Brazilian. Cocky and arrogant? More like cocky and game. Confident and game. Yes, overconfident and a hunter shooting at its game, seeing him in his scopes and then blowing his fucking head off. That's more like how game he is. Evil Dick Cheney blowing his own administration's face off with a shotgun. Lol, both. Yes. I want to see Diego Lopez versus Gene Silva. I want to see that too. That'd be a dream matchup. I think it would be too big a jump up the rankings. I don't even think Gene Silva's ranked, is he? Nah, he's not ranked. Is he? I don't think he is. No, he's not ranked. No, I remember he had a fight with a guy who was completely unranked scheduled. So he's not there yet. I think we'd if Topuria goes up a weight class, then I think we're gonna see Volk versus Lopez for the vacant title, and then I think Lopez wins that too. Sadly, I think Volk gets chinned again, and then Gene Silva's him, so he's gonna keep going up that weight class, and we'll probably get that if Lopez stays the champion. I think Lopez beats Evloev in the rematch. By the way, I want to see the ring girls do more. Well, I know that from you, Matua. You want to see him do some OnlyFans shit. Add a ring men. Now it's a party. Christ almighty. Well, we know why you'd want the man Matua. Not gonna lie, I like Gene at 155. Yeah, he looked solid against Drew Dober. Honestly, I think he's great at every weight class. He should be ranked. Sheesh. I know, but they're slow cooking him. They're slow cooking him right now. Looked amazing against Dober, even while breaking both of his hands. Yeah, crazy. And he still put a fucking whooping on him. Gene ain't ranked? Nope. Everybody thinks he is, but he's not. And he's fight nerd, but he's not. Still dominated Drew Dober, brother. Yes, he did. Yeah, from start to finish of the fight. Honestly, I think Dober's overrated. I think he is. I think his technique's just sort of gone. I don't think he's always allowed himself to get chinned and get hurt by his opponents, but he just has that crimson chin and he knocks people out. But honestly, he's going to run out of juice eventually. I'm a big fan of Diego. Yeah, I want him as the next featherweight champion. So hopefully Ilia actually makes the change. No, not OnlyFans. Darn it. Dober wasn't ranked. I think he was out. I think he was just out of the rankings when he fought Gene Silva. I think he was just below 15. I know they won't fight since they're training partners, but Hoofy versus Silva, who wins? Oh, Silva. I think Silva, absolutely. I think he just beats up Hoofy to the body, and then once you go to the body, the head is what's left. So, yeah, I think boom, 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 bam, uppercut, chins Hoofy out cold. That performance against Lawn Top has told me everything I need to know. Silva absolutely chins him. Nah, Dober is like right outside the top 15. Yes. Oh. Hoofy beats Silva? Nah. I saw that Hoofy from that last fight. Hoofy don't beat Silva. He don't beat Silva whatsoever. Silva's way more technical than Hoofy. Hoofy's just a long guy who's going to get chinned by somebody. Agreed. Silva beats him. Hoofy looked good against Lawn Top. No, he didn't. He didn't. He didn't look good against Lawn Top. He hit him once with like an unorthodox shot. And then the rest was just him, grappling with Lawn Top against the fence and hitting him with some shots. Oh, God, I'm getting tired. I'm so tall. I'm all over the place, dude. This Lawn Top, he's hitting me. He's hitting me with punches. This is the guy that got subbed in like a minute by Chris Padilla. And he's just boom, 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 cracking him on the chin over and over again. Silva is going to hit him with a punch and put him out. I'm sorry. That's just how it's going to work. Fights this past weekend were awesome. Yes, they were pretty good. I don't think it was a great pay-per-view, but I do think it is definitely a 7 out of 10. Also, the regional MMA and as well as the boxing were great. Also, a bunch of the finishes depressed me. Hoofy versus Lawn Top was a bad look in the same way O'Malley versus Moutinho was a bad look. That is true. That is true. He's still got a lot to learn. He could very much improve, but I'm not impressed. I enjoyed the entire card. I thought it was not the entire card. There were some fights that turned me off, especially the prelims and the main card started to slip a little bit. They weren't fantastic finishes. Respectfully disagree, and will challenge that anytime. Well, you'll never get to see that come to fruition because it's not happening. No chance in hell is that matchup happening. So, not arguing over a dumb matchup where Silva clearly chins Hoofy, a taller guy, is a million miles taller than them, in lankier too. Top 5 2024 pay-per-views. 300, 299, 308, 301, and honestly, 305. I liked 305 a lot. So I'd put that on there. Actually, wait, except Smith getting beat up. Yeah, that was sad. 300, 299, 308, 306. Oh, 306. I mean, 306 was fine. 303. Yeah, I like those two. Those two were good as well. 301's a great show, though. Number 4, 306/310. Wow. I'm with Amberly Rose. I enjoyed that card. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it too much. I thought it was fine. 301 was overshadowed by the robbery main event. Yeah, the whole thing was fantastic in my opinion, all the way through. Had some great finishes. Performed exactly as it should have. Jose Aldo coming back and winning alone makes that a great card. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Also, we got to have some fucking madness, more madness from what's his face? Ugh, Michelle Behera, before he got schooled by Fluffy. That was cool. Kyle Baralho got that finish on Paul Craig, which was nice. That's what Nickel should have been able to do, but he's a tiny guy with very little MMA experience, so that didn't happen. Michelle Pereira flying back flip kick was crazy. It's what he does, dude. It's just what he does. Honestly, a really stupid move, but that's vintage of Michelle Pereira. But anyway, let's get to the next piece of MMA news. When the clock strikes 6:30, babe, turn to head for Golden Line. It's a good time for the great taste dinner at McDonald's. It's Mac tonight. Come on, get that Mac tonight. That's right, troopers and grinders. We're talking about Kyle Baralho. Kyle Baralho, troopers and grinders. Also known as the Moon Man. Mac tonight. Good old Kyle Baralho. Bo is not tiny. He's absolutely tiny. What's that springboard moonsault that Jericho does? It's the lion salt. The lion salt. Yeah. Mac tonight, baby. We're talking about Mac tonight. Lion salt. Michelle did that once. Yes. Cow jumped over the moon. He sure did. And he's very lucky because if he got stuck on that moon, he would have lost all oxygen. Now we're talking. Yes, sir. Hank tonight, MMA. Yes. Nick Fuentes raid. Wow. Wait. Hold on. Where do I remember that name? I think Sniff actually told me about this before. Ugh. Dude, I'll raid that little fucking shrimp and I'll fucking I'll stomp his head into the fucking concrete, that little shit. So Nick Fuentes can get a fucking love with a bullet from Hank the Tank. I'll tell you that much. A1 with a bullet. Kyle is the most handsome of the fight nerds. He really is. He really is. I'd say Carlos Prates is pretty handsome too, though, but not on the level of Kyle Baralho. I had a dream. Merab was chasing me all night long. And he wouldn't stop saying, Jacuzzi. Hey, Aljo. Jacuzzi, hold my hand underneath the water, Aljo. You and me, we're gonna be bantamweight, featherweight champion, man. Aljo, you and me, we are going to go hiking, and then I don't know what's gonna happen. We might get lost, and we might have to sleep next to each other for body warmth, Aljo. Come on. Yeah, fuck Nick Fuentes, dude. I'll fucking stomp that little brat. Are jacuzzis halal? I doubt that. Highly doubt that. Prates should smoke in the entrance for his title fight. Yes, he should. He should be the one exception to the arena's rule. And then win by KO. He's gonna smoke on his way to the arena and then smoke his competition. Like a cig. Like a dart. Yeah. Ash's cigarette on the cage. And then put it on his opponent's forehead. Never forget who you are, sir. You're a damn Buddhist. My God, he's putting the cigarette on his forehead. What is this sick motherfucker doing? I like to smoke cigarette. I like to smoke it. I like to put the ashes on my opponent and smoke him like a cigarette. Is it crazy to say Prates beats Shavkat? Honestly, no. If he can stuff the takedowns of Shavkat, that dude's fucking toast. He's toast. So, yeah, I'd say Prates beats him. He has the actual killer instinct that Gary pretty much lacks. So, probably chin Shavkat, to be honest. Anyway, Mac tonight, Kyle Baralho pretty much confirmed in an MMA podcast interview that the dog bender, Israel Adesanya, will be fighting Nasruddin Imavov next instead of himself, saying that he had either a fight with him or Imavov planned, and Adesanya chose wisely. He DM'd Izzy on Instagram, expressing his disappointment that Izzy didn't choose him to fight, given the potential buildup. And Izzy responded that it would be him and Baralho fighting for the belt next year. Trust! Yeah, right. You ain't touching gold again, delusional diddler. Either way, Baralho thinks that Izzy beats Imavov over 5 rounds, saying he will be less used to the cardio over 25 minutes, and Adesanya would be more likely to school him over 25 minutes. I think Izzy will win just because Imavov's too chaotic and unpredictable in quality in the cage, especially when he's tired. And Izzy could easily find a counter shot to Imavov coming forward. And his wrestling isn't good enough to keep Izzy down for long enough. 5-round schooling, good bounce back win for Adesanya. But him and Baralho was clearly the fight to make, in my opinion. Mac tonight and Vittori might be fun, though. It's Vittori tonight. Martin tonight. Go get Martin tonight. As God is my witness, that stolen steel cigarette right on the arm of fucking Shavkat Rachmanov. My God, he's just twisting it and grinding the cigarette onto the veins, every muscle, every fiber, every drop of blood of Shavkat. Oh, he's burned his arm off. He's burned Shavkat's arm off. As my God is my witness, his arm is broken in half. I really enjoyed Shelf Conserve with you and Gary, surprisingly. Shelf Conserve with you and Gary, surprisingly. I'm going to have to look at I'm gonna have to study some Duolingo for what Amberly just said. Gary come home or Ian Gary? Gary, don't you know I was wrong? I messed up and now you're gone. Gary, I'm sorry I neglected you. Oh, I never expected you to run away and leave me so empty. Your meow like now would be like music to me. Gary, come home. Remember when the chicken nuggets were little, like little brown kids in a box, always looking happy to get dipped and devoured? That is quite the perspective of Sniff, and honestly, probably promotes cannibalism. So, I don't know if I'll read it any further, but it was a very interesting idea development from Sniff. He'll be a revolutionary leader, just like Jim Jones in South Africa. Imavov beats Izzy. I don't know about that. I like that matchup. It's a good one, but two always has to have some sort of alternative edgy take. How does Frieza's race reproduce? It's like a turtle. It's like a sea turtle. The spiny guy he has his like horns that he has on his head, and he just shoves it into the reproductive system of the female, and then they produce a crazy amount of litter eggs full of spikes. And if you fall into the cavern, you'll skew yourself on the eggs, and then the spiky eggs, Dragon Balls, they open up, and a bunch of mini Friezas come out of nowhere, and the Friezas destroy the entire universe. If Frieza could reproduce, we're all doomed. Dogbender versus Imavov. Dogbender wins, unfortunately. I think so, too. I don't think Imavov's on that level. I remember that, Sniff. Why y'all call him Dogbender? Because he bent Maya's dingling. Willy time! And also mouth feeds his dogs as well. What a fucking freak. We are 80s babies. Yes, and I'm an oldie at heart. Prates should fight with the cig in his mouth. I agree. Just like Benson Henderson and his toothpick. Totally legal. I'm 83, Sniff. Yeah, sure. Typo. Oh, damn, you ancient. He is not. I have seen Matua. I have heard and talked to Matua. He is not 83 at all. Shavkat versus Gary. I see. Uh, with Gary, I really enjoyed Shavkat versus Gary. Yeah, I did too. I thought it was actually the fight of the night. To be honest, I'm being 100% serious. I love that fight. It was a good one. How does MMA Guru reproduce? Oh, very very interesting questions for coming from Mushahid Khan. Doesn't your religion doesn't your religion like dissuade you from talking about sexual practices in this manner? That doesn't your religion not advise you to be discussing reproduction all that much, especially when there are women in the chat? Mushahid Khan. How does MMA Guru reproduce? Does he eat so much Thai food that he splits into two? Uh, Thai food in particular. I don't think the guys touch laid foot in Thailand or even like touched a box of Thai food at a box of frozen Thai food at a supermarket once in his life. So I don't know why that specifically. So probably not. He does squirt mayonnaise in his mouth though, and honestly, probably there was one time that he accidentally mistook a canister of mayo for a semen sample, and that's probably how he reproduces, man. And then the female ovaries that he has secretly, the hermaphrodite, it produces children. Tua, do you not know the dog thing? It's not good. Oh boy. Yeah. It's not edgy to think Imavov can beat Izzy. I mean, if Sean Strickland can do it, it seems like anybody can do it. Imavov is solid grappling. Yeah, but DDP has great grappling, and he was still getting schooled over 4 rounds. Imavov has solid grappling. Izzy may be more advanced on the feet, though. Izzy's grappling is kind of novice. Yeah, but he survived the takedowns of DDP for 4 rounds, and then he got taken down at the very end. But I feel like Imavov versus Izzy doesn't even go that long. And honestly, he was having difficult scrambles with Roman Dolidze, and then against Brendan Allen, he was just holding Allen down on the ground. He wasn't even doing damage. I don't know. I think Imavov's grappling is a bit overrated. 1983. What religion? What religion? Nothing. Nothing. I said nothing. I listen. I know nothing. I see nothing. I hear nothing. I believe nothing. Bruh, you're making assumptions about me. I'm not making assumptions. I am not making assumptions. No religion. This man's an atheist. This man is a true agnostic atheist right here. Mushahid Khan, braza. Mushahid Khan wears a hijab. Yes, yes, yes. Guru is the Shaquille O'Neal of garden gnomes. Yes, he's a big boy. He is he's an 8 foot tall. And this is Guru, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, fattest motherfucker in the room. How we doing? Abmatua, I'm a Scientologist. Yikes. Yikes. Uh-oh. Well, I will not try to poke fun at your religion. But I will say, don't watch South Park Trapped in the Closet episode. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Because it's very mean to your religions. I don't encourage you to watch that. And I respect your religion and keep doing what you're doing. But maybe you want to also be like the protagonist of Life of Pi and join all the religions together, and then you will become the ultimate religious human being with all of God's knowledge of everything. If you pursue multiple religions. Can you do an impression of Chandler's children? Oh boy. Now you're gonna get me in trouble with Chandler. I'll be like, Dad, I don't really want to pray tonight. Oh, you will, son. You'll pray for a brother. You'll pray for someone with the same melanin levels. Damn it. Me and the missus, we got to talking, you see. We want to create the future. We want to create a political future that's based on acceptance and based on kindness and based on private institutions and academies and education that can show that your kind can become the greatest. So you better pray. You better pray for a brother like you, or I swear to God, Hap, there'll be consequences. Spanking, damn it. Ah! Get away! Nanny, Mary Poppins, help me! Get me the hell out of here! Just a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. Hold my hand, kid. Let's get out of here. No, you get back here, Hap. You get back here, damn it. All right, there we go. Whatever happened to Enzo Amore? A grape charge, and then middling in organizations outside WWE. Oh, shit. When I was 11, I saw Shaq at Universal Studios. The only time I went to Florida, he was a giant for real. Yeah. I like Shaq. Shaq's in all sorts of pop culture, always cracking jokes. Just a legend, even off the court. So, Shaq Attack, baby, Shaq Attack. Nobody supersedes basketball, or like is a known public figure like outside of it, like either Michael Jordan or Shaq. Those are the two. Do an impression of Chandler walking in on his children not doing their homework. Oh God. What do you mean you're not gonna do your critical race theory homework? Dad, I believe in it for sure, but the teacher said that I'm not supposed to learn this class until I'm in 10th grade. You'll learn it when you're 5, damn it. You'll learn it from the start to be better than the other kids, you understand? And you're going to be a revolutionary politician, a man for your people to truly get behind, with me as the puppet master, holding the strings and being the soul of your operation, do you understand? You're going to learn about your people early, damn it. When you're 4 years old. L. Ron Hubbard stole $20K from Jack Parsons, and he also took his girlfriend. He did. Yeah, he's a liar and a thief. But no, the religion itself is very, very real. Very real. Very authentic. Are you Trey Parker's nephew or something? Yes. Can you do an impression of Chandler waiting for his future wife to reply to his email while she is enjoying life? One of these days, she's going to reply to me. She's scrolling through her messages, looking for which ones to delete. She's going to see mine eventually. And then if she wants kids, I'll give her 1 million. I'll give her 1 million kids as long as she's with me. I want the OnlyFans models to be with me alone. You understand? And then we can play Minecraft together. We can make love in Minecraft. That'd be so great. I'm a Bellator champion and Olympian, but I need a woman. Y'all sound virtually identical. You think Chandler will put do-rags on his kids? Once they enter MMA. Then he'll bring them to Sean Strickland and Chris Curtis's camp, and then they'll have the do-rags right around and getting the henny, getting the belt back. And those two kids, they're gonna be like Alex Pereira's kids growing up. They're gonna be a problem. Connor telling Chandler to do as he's told by his wife. Yeah, Connor, me and the missus, dude, after tough, man, we're going to go to our favorite restaurant, and we're going to have little boys with us, and we're going to talk about their political futures. And I've already booked them a private academy where they can get away from all those plebeians and all those peasant classes out there, and they can really have a future for themselves. And dude, have you seen that shit with Ian Gary and his wife? That dude's such a cuck, dude. Dude, I would never stoop to that level. Let me tell you, you'll do as you're told, yeah. Yeah, you and your wife, yeah. She's gonna make you watch, yeah. And her and Bobby Green are gonna get it on, man. Get it on to produce some more of those black youngins, yeah. And you're gonna just have to watch, and it's gonna be artificial insemination. You're gonna have 5 more black kids, yeah. You'll do as you're told. No. Master Science Guy, there it is. Trey Parker's nephew. Perfect. You just sounded like Beetlejuice. Hey, baby. I'm bad, and you know I'm bad. Now all you have to do is say my name 3 times. All you have to do. Turn around and look behind you. Hi, how are you? Yeah, you gotta say Beetlejuice. Yeah, well, you said it. Say it one more time. Hey, look, there goes Elvis. How's it going, King? It's showtime. I'm the #1 exorcist got in Texas. Yeah! Going for your exorcism, you got it, baby. Hey, hermano. Yeah! I have a good question. If you can make a War Games match consisting of 2 War Games teams, I'm too much. Who would they be? 2 War Games. Pereira. I'll probably have Brazilians versus Dagestanis. Charles Oliveira. A Gracie family hoist. Vitor and Silva against Habib, Umar, Islam, Zabit in his prime, turned back the clock a little bit. Fedor. I picked Team Prayer against Team Hill. All right, we were close. Team, keep up the good work, brother. I enjoyed your content. I subscribed. Thank you so much, Mushahid. I appreciate it, man. I love me some impressions. I love to do the impressions. See, this is what happens when you work, troopers and grinders. This is what happens when you do like what the people say. When you do for you guys, for you fucking guys, dude. There you go. You do as the chat says. When you lean into what the chat wants, you get what you want. Mushahid Khan, take care. Yeah, I appreciate you, Mushahid Khan. Thank you for joining the Skate Tank Army. I appreciate it. That worked. I hustled for that one, troopers and grinders. I like Chandler. I do too. I like Chandler as an entertainer. And again, what he does in the cage. I mean, he's not the most high IQ fighter in the world. In interviews, he can be a little weird, but there are hints of goodness in Chandler. There are hints of being an entertainer, but there's a lot of cheating as well. And there's a lot of cringiness about him as well. Chandler is dope as an entertainer. University of Missouri, Conor McGregor. It's time for Red Panty Night, baby. Hank, I'm salty about Chandler versus Olives too. Uh-oh. I was showed a picture of Olives where he had a swollen eye and a cut. I was told he had those injuries prior to the fight. Yeah, it was doctored. All doctored, dude. It was all from his fight with Justin Gaethje. He was just plastered on to a modern image of him. It's bullshit. So I picked Chandler. You fool! You should have seen him on fight day. You should have seen him at the weigh-ins, man. I think he's just super competitive. Yeah, but being competitive doesn't equate to cheating. You can be very competitive but not cheat. Lo and behold, Olive shows up and the fight starts. No cut or a black eye. Yeah, you should have watched the weigh-ins show or any of the streams before fight night. I lost $30. Terrible, dude. Terrible. You just have to have faith in Charles Oliveira, dude. He beat the shit out of Michael Chandler in that second round. Chandler's tiny. Charles is tall. You should have just... I mean, he came close. Chandler was beating up Charles in that fifth round. Almost finished him, but he was too much of a cheater, man. So, can't trust Chandler. That dude's fucking crazy. Anyway, let's get to Hank the Tank's next big news story before I cough up a lung, troopers and grinders. Worst part, my brother rubbed it in my face. Nah. Don't start a fucking MMA rivalry with your brother. It's not going to end well. One of you's going to have a pool of blood on the back of their head by the end of the year, let me tell you. You can't have a family rivalry over picks. That's going to break up the family. You're going to have some signed divorce papers. Most of the guys GFL signed will never fight for them. That is true. But there will be some veterans among those that will be fighting. So maybe it'll be a shit show. Maybe it'll be a complete shit show. They'll be part of it at the very least. At least I hope. But let's get to my next bit of MMA news. Someone needs to put Nick Diaz in a straitjacket, shove him in a padded cell, and throw away the key. The fucking man-child can't seem to get out of his own way or other people's personal spaces. Being charged today with battery for getting into an altercation with a security guard outside Omnia Light nightclub at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas 4 months ago. Court documents claim that Diaz had landed an open right hand on the guard's face, knocking his glasses off. Picking on 4 eyes, huh, Nate Diaz? Yeah, I saw the video too. He did. He just hit the security guard with his hand over and over again and knocked off his glasses. He's just a little fucking baby, man baby. And now he's getting charged for it. So you're gonna pick on 4 eyes, huh, Nate Diaz? No shame in this little man baby, I tell you. Diaz is also still battling a civil lawsuit for pulling a ghillie goose gang and choking out Jake Paul's doppelganger. Not Jake Paul. Oh, how clever these online degenerates are. During a street fight, Nate Diaz started. Finally, Nate's still suing Fanmio for $9 million he wasn't paid for his boxing match with Jorge Masvidal in July, allegedly. Add to that, Nate throwing a bottle at Islam Makhachev after the UFC 311 press conference, and it's clear that this 40-year-old punk ass for a father is never changing. except maybe in his brain chemistry due to loss of brain cells. Did you see the wrestler that grabbed the other wrestler by his butthole? I saw the wrestler who elbowed a woman in her butthole over and over again, and that was certainly a very interesting sight. They're all retired, so probably took the cash because it's not like they were planning to fight for anyone else. So they're giving up nothing. It's not they were planning to fight for anyone else, so they're giving up nothing. I mean, you still have to fight, though. You have a contract. It's a contract where you have to fight, or you at least have to contribute the company, right? At least that's what I'm assuming. You have to be related to the company in some capacity. And also, it's sort of exclusive once it starts in April. So I don't know. I don't know. Some people are telling me that most of them aren't fighting. Some are telling me that they are. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a scam. You should Google it. It's a short on YouTube. During a match, one guy grabs the other like a bowling ball. Wow. Well, I wonder if he got a strike with it. Yeah, I got you in this heel hook. I got you in this toe hold. Ooh, oh! It's like boom, 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 bada boom, boom, boom. Strike! Oh! Wow! 3 in a row. Perfect. Nice cock. do 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 do. Oh, brother. But yeah, what do you think of Nate Diaz being a complete baby of father? Does Nate Diaz have any shame, troopers and grinders? Yeah, he got in trouble. He lost the match. Do you get DQ'd for that, or do you get a point taken away? Because that sounds like you'd be pulling a John Jones or something. You know, live Diddy footage in the cage. I don't know. I think it's probably a DQ in some countries. So bad boy. Yipe. Yeah, Nate Diaz, man, pulling all this childish shit. By the way, while his brother Nick is still dealing with substance abuse and drug issues, we haven't heard any statements from Nate Diaz on what's going on with his brother, his beloved brother, Nick Diaz. Instead, he's just starting fights and throwing bottles and probably not tending to his own flesh and blood's needs. Never hear him talk about his family. Think that's Nate trying to stay relevant? Yep, pretty much. Shit's embarrassing, man. I mean, it's getting him his big fights, but at what cost? His reputation's pretty much in the toilet. I think even his own fans are turning on him a little bit because Guru was right since 2022. Guy's a fucking man-child. Guy refuses to grow up. Stays playing touch butt in the park, except kids are still 5 and he's 40 years old. I'm playing touch butt. Fucking pedo. He's got the brain of Michael Jackson. He just refuses to grow up. Oh! Yes. I like to start fights. I like to throw water bottles. I like to mess with security guards and panhandle them, yes. Wonder if Nate is mad at Nick. Why'd he be mad at his older brother? He loves his brother. Like, if he turned on his own older brother, that's just a piece of shit thing to do. Without Nick, there is no Nate. So your soul's basically tied to fucking Nick forever, you piece of shit. You better take care of him. Nate smokes weed and keeps it real, cause yo. Hold up. I'm the count to 10. 1, 2, 10. Dude, I'm not a fucking monkey car. Who is this lady? Dude, she's got 9 tits, dude. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
All right, I'm back from the bathroom. What are we talking about? Jake Paul? Oh, shit, dude, I have to go take a shit. Yeah. Now I'm gonna put you in the guillotine. I went from weed to acid, and I introduced Nick, my older brother Nick, Diaz Army. I introduced Nick to heroin and fent.
You sound just like him. Nice. Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson will be helping train at Khabib's camp for UFC 311. As both Islam Makhachev and Umar Nurmagomedov will be competing in title fights at the pay-per-view. And no doubt, they'll need someone who's an expert at scrambles and mixing and grappling with striking. So why not the real MMA GOAT who's still winning BJJ tournaments? Not supporting Umar anymore, personally, for this fight with Merab. Probably never should have, to be honest. But I do care that Islam sleeps Arman because Arman's a piece of shit. So please, DJ, coach him to the best of his abilities. And maybe trip up Umar every once in a while, like throw the knee out. Oh! And just trip him, put your foot out. Or throw off his timing a little during practice. It would be very much appreciated, my liege. Also, why is DJ helping the Dagestanis at all? What have they ever done for him? Must have cut him a fat check to train with them, or DJ just enjoys training with fellow greats. Either way, it's very interesting. So, why'd you choose the other side of the Cold War, brother? Now you need to flex like a kangaroo. Yeah. Merab's losing now. Yep, DJ's working with them. DJ's working with the Dagestanis. Arman is the best. Is this best? Is that his best? What? Can you guys use some real spelling and some grammar, guys? Please. He's not the best. He's a piece of shit in terms of being a person. But as a fighter, he is pretty good. I think Islam still beats him. Arman versus Ilia, who you got? Honestly, I think all Arman's got is his scrambles. All Arman has is his scrambles. I think Ilya's a pretty underrated wrestler, so I think Ilia finds the chin. I think he honestly finds the chin of Arman, dude. He gets hurt, but he hurts Arman back, and Arman's got a bad chin. If Ilia comes in with the right shot, he's putting Arman out cold. So Arman versus Islam is a great fight. It'll definitely be fun to watch. The first fight was really good. The second one's probably going to be a different kind of fight altogether. Probably be on the feet. Hank has never seen a kangaroo flex. Oh, yeah. Hmm. There you go. There you go, guys. How does Arman have a bad chin? He fought. Who did he fight? Joaquim Silva. Yeah. Joaquim Silva cracked him with a left, like second round. As he was coming in, right on the chin. Dropped him. He was all over the fucking place. When he got hit perfectly by Joaquim Silva, he was just bouncing around like Robert Whitaker. So, yeah. I've seen him get dropped before with the perfect timing with the left hook. Actually, it wasn't even perfect. It was just a left hook out of nowhere, and he was almost done. So, chin suspect. Yes, there we go. All right, now I got a new intro to do. How many years ago? 1 year ago, dude. 1 year ago. June 17th, 2023. It's been 1 year since then, a little over 1 year. So yeah, not even 2 years ago, he got chinned. So, I don't know, dude. I think he still gets chinned. That's why I picked Charles Oliveira, too. So, yeah, very suspicious. Anyway, my next piece of MMA news for the troopers and grinders out there. Here's my next big story. And this is the one that you've all been waiting for. Here it comes. The Global Fight League, a budding MMA organization, along the same lines as the PGA's Tour Champions division for big names and legends of the sport getting up there in age. It's finally set to make its broadcast debut in April of 2025 after being promised in early 2023 as far back as September of 2021, with Darren Owen and Arun Parimi finally finding some anonymous investor in Silicon Valley who was willing to pay for most of what they needed to get the promotion off the ground. Hey, I'm looking at you, Zuckerberg. Nah, doesn't get chinned. I think he tightens up his striking, offense, and defense. Yeah, but it's not enough for the Sambo of Islam Makhachev. I don't think he's going to deal with the Sambo very well. Also, in the grappling, Islam got the better of the grappling exchanges, so could always make it a wrestling match. Yeah, GFL League sounds dope. It is. Global Fighting League. Sounds awesome. It's sad that the life and death of a business in this economy, in this case an MMA promotion, is solely reliant on the mercy and charitable nature of oligarchic billionaires and trillionaires in our new gilded age in America. But here we are. This is the state of the world. Anyway, my personal grievances aside, this organization, when not if released next year, will be a godsend for the MMA veterans competing in it. With 50% of the organization's revenues in ticket sales, sponsorship, merchandise, concession stands, and other forms of promotion going directly into the MMA vets' purses per their contracts, which are very open and allow for competing in other combat sports, including MMA and boxing, before the GFL season starts in April. If it does allow competing during the season in some contracts, I don't know if that helps the tournament format of the promotion, which is bracketed with 6 teams of MMA fighters competing against each other in sequential order. Fighters get injured outside the company's watch. That ain't good for the promotion's actual promoting of their events. So I hope there aren't too many contracts allowing outside fighting while the tournament's going on. Good day. Oh, good day, sir. I hope you brought your tea in your little canteen. I'm about to drink my own pee. Oh, yes, sir. Salty, acidic even. Delicious regurgitated liquids. Hi, Chedhead. What's up? Inside this canteen is not only my vodka, but cheese fondue that I sampled from a local fountain of my cousin Bartholomew, who lives in Hankerton. Interesting. Sounds a bit like the IFL with the use of teams. Yes. And Ariel Helwani actually had an interview with Darren Owen, the co-CEO, the co-founder of GFL, and he said it was a lot like the IFL in terms of format. And so he's basically doing what the IFL is doing, except making it a higher production value and hiring bigger names. So it's IFL 2.0. Oh my, you see. If fighters get injured outside the company's watch, it's not good for the promotion's actual promoting of their events. So I hope there aren't too many contracts allowing outside fighting while the tournament's going on. Also included will be 8% of the fighters' pay going into their retirement funds and 2% going to their insurance funds. And they will choose where those funds are spent. But enough about the veteran fighters' benefits. Who will be the actual veteran fighters competing? Well, troopers and grinders, safe to say, the GFL's roster is already stacked with names and talent, including moving in and out of love, in and out of love with you. Moving in and out of love, in and out of love with you. Tyron Woodley, Fabricio Verdum, Showtime, Anthony Pettis, the Boa Constrictor, Alexei Olenek, who I personally really like, Junior Dos Santos, Hector Lombard, Samurai, Luke Rockhold, the Axe Murderer, Vanderlei Silva, although maybe he'll be just a coach, Alexander Gustafsson, Thiago Santos, Andre Arlovsky. Give him his retirement package, damn it, GFL. Give Andre Arlovsky his retirement package over that stupid fucking karate hottie. Frank Mir is going to be there. Jeremy Stevens, the scariest guy at 145 pounds. When I hit people, they don't fucking move. Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? The very memorable Jeremy Stevens is going to be competing. Marlon Marias. Hopefully his chin isn't glass anymore. Toothpick Man. Benson Henderson. Sydney Outlaw, who I like from Bellator. Bubba Jenkins is going to be fighting. Robellis frickin' Despain is going to be fighting in the GFL. Gegard freaking Musasi is going to be in the GFL. And finally, Kevin Lee fits into all this. Kevin Lee fits. He fits into the GFL. He fits in MMA through the Global Fight League. Kevin Lee fits into all this. At least he fits in the GFL roster. Square peg, round hole. I get it. But what a star-studded lineup. This should be lots of fun, troopers and grinders. If the veterans are really going to fully benefit from this promotion long-term, I couldn't be happier it exists. At least for now. I'm surprised that Arab hasn't made an MMA league. Just the Arabs. The Arabs in general. Very cool. Turkey al-Sheikh or whatever. Yeah. Surprised that Arab. Oh, yeah. Whatever his name. Whatever the fuck his name is. Go, 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 go. Turkey. Turkey. Hold my hand, Dana. Isn't he awesome? Love the benefits package. Me too. Actually does some real life change in the fighters' lives. So, for the better. Love it. They got the Dreamcatcher and the Motown Phenom. Yes, sir. I don't approve of Marlon Moraes. I do. He's the man who beat the shit out of Merab Dvalishvili before it was cool. He's good in my books. And Aljamain Sterling. Need him into oblivion. He was trying to save the bantamweight division, guys. Amberly Rose don't like bald-headed dudes. That's racist. My bald-headed dad would kick your ass. No, I just don't think he should fight anymore. Yeah. That is a good point. He does have a glass chin. Maybe he'll find a way to survive, though. I get you. Also, it's veterans, too. He's fighting veterans, so that's easier than fighting real-life prospects. He's been KO'd too much? Yeah, he's got the glass chin, but he's probably facing some guys who have glass chins as well, so at least it'll be an even playing field. The only problems I see for the GFL right now are promoting headline fights with team and tournament formats, which is also PFL's problem. Problems with canceled fights due to their old age and increased susceptibility to injuries. The quality of the fights themselves overall, in terms of what we'll see in the cage, might be slower than we think. And I swear to God, GFL, you better have elbows in your fights. Better have elbows along with the rest of the updated unified MMA rules, or you're just a discount PFL, in my opinion. So don't get it twisted, brother. I also I hope they find a good broadcast partner for their promotion. Instead of a lame-ass app you have to pay for to watch it on a tiny-ass screen. Please, for the love of God, give me the ability to stream that what should be a very fun promotion. I want to stream this on the channel, do my fight companions. But with all said and done, I'm going to say it one more time. Kevin Lee fits into all this. Yeah. The question everybody's asking, where does Kevin Lee fit? Yo, Romero, I don't see him. I don't see him in the roster, boy. I don't see Yoel Romero. He's not in there. I don't see him, Emily. You know what network they're going to be partnering with? Is this a YouTube thing? Hulu, Peacock? They said they are going to be entering negotiations with broadcast partners in January. January of next year, they're going to start having talks with major networks. So hopefully one of them picks them up, because this is a great idea. I think fans are going to be invested because they're already established names. Going to have some fun fights on there. Good for the fighters. So I think the fans are going to tune in just to see that. And then we're going to get a lot of cool matchups. So between 6 teams, like 12 fighters in each weight division, all vets. Maybe he's finally too old. No, that dude got a knockout in dirty boxing like a week or 2 ago. He's fine. Man is fucking timeless, old Yoel Romero. He'll be fine. He's just in dirty boxing right now. That's what he's planning on doing. But I could easily see Yoel Romero being in that league if he chose to. So, hey, give fucking Darren Owen a ring. Yoel Romero, get signed, dude. That'd be nonstop entertainment. But anyway, yeah, that's probably the most important piece of MMA news I got for you guys. There's one more after this, but what do you think of the GFL from what you've heard so far, or what you heard from Hank the mother loving Tank? Is that a promotion you'd be interested in watching? Do you think it has success long term, or do you think there are too many cracks in the organization's game for it to last all that long? Do you think it's going to be another PFL where it's like, oh, well, it was fun at first, but format's too repetitive, or it's just not entertaining? What do you think? I love it. I'll definitely watch. I'd like to see Chael. I'd like to as well. That'd be great. But he doesn't need the money. Uneven Fedor, Chael versus Fedor. You gotta watch that in Bellator. They had Fedor versus Chael. That was in Bellator like twice. No, but they fought before. They fought in Bellator before. You can just watch that on YouTube. That fight exists. I remember. So say it's Chael versus Fedor 2. It's not Chael versus Fedor 1. It's Chael versus Fedor 2. I'd love to see like every year a new older roster is on the docket. A new old crafty vet. Yeah. Yeah. That also begs the question. Probably not going to get old heads after a while. Eventually, like next year, we might see some new retired, veterans compete, like a whole new era, maybe like 2012, 2013 guys, I think that promotion would probably have newer and newer blood as time goes on. So I think GFL could become a better and better promotion as time goes on, when like all the veterans have made their money. Like you could have some sort of modern age veterans who've just left the UFC, and like, I don't know, you could get some good stuff. You're gonna get Tony Ferguson. Yeah. Oh God. That'd be torture. That would seriously be torture. I mean, maybe Tony finds a way to win a fight, but yeah, he probably just goes on a losing streak in there too. Cowboy. Yes. Cowboy Cerrone, have him go to GFL. That is perfect. If Dana doesn't want him, GFL gets him. That's the perfect choice to make. Cowboy would be cool. Yes, sir. Matua finds Tony Ferguson going on a losing streak in GFL to be very funny. Yeah, that dude's never winning a fight ever again. It is fate for Tony Ferguson to die in that cage. He's going to die in that cage. So we're on the way there. Jinx, yell me a soda. You're going to get Tony. Yeah. Or whatever simile to Tony there is. Luke, what's his face? Rockhold. Yes, Luke Rockhold is there. He's on the roster. We have the Samurai Luke Rockhold in the GFL already, guys. So you will be seeing Luke Rockhold next year fighting in MMA. So let's go. Love Luke. Me too. I really like Luke Rockhold. He's just a fun personality to watch. He always makes it an entertaining fight, especially nowadays. So Luke's fun to see in his old age. Sweet cat. Ooh, I would literally kill everybody in this chat for some sweet beer. No TV and no beer make Hank something something. Go crazy? Don't mind if I do. Scaredy cat. Ah! Mike had two eyes. I'd say him. Yeah. Mike. Oh, yeah.
My power, my presence, my speed, my tenacity, my ingeniousness, my technique, my power, my presence. I'm so fast. I'm so quick. I'm so powerful. My insane cardio, my ingenuity is so good. I'm gonna eat his children.
Michael Bisping, I mean. Oh, if Mike had two eyes, I'd say him.
Yeah, well, you see, Amberly, I was a fighter, and I won the world middleweight title with just one eye. And I feel like I could still win a few fights. You saw what I did to that mugger, right? In Paris, France. I took him by the fucking by the shirt, and I pushed him, buddy. I beat that little squirt's ass. I could get back in that cage. I'll become the GFL inaugural middleweight champion again, buddy. And I do it on commentary too. I've always been right, Rebecca.
Oh, that thing with Anthony. Dude, I could beat Anthony. I could beat the shit out of Anthony. Hank the Tank. What is up, Kobe Wiggle? Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. Potato, 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 potato. Kobe Wiggle. Give me that, give me that, give me the food. But Kobe, we got a new MMA organization, Kobe Wiggle. We have the Global Fight League for MMA veterans to make their retirement and health insurance funds through fighting. They will have a 6-team tournament format full of legendary names like Benson Henderson, Alexei Olenek, Anthony Pettis, Vanderlei Silva, Frank Mir, Benson Henderson, Gegard Mousasi, lots of big names. Even Rebellis to Spain is going to be there. So check the list, Kobe Wiggle. The GFL is here to stay. It is a new MMA organization in April 2025. Who else did I miss? Alexander Gustafsson is going to be there, Kobe Wiggle. Alexander Gustafsson is going to be fighting for the GFL as well. Rampage. I hope so. Rampage would be super fun to see in there. So that's what I was trying to tell you, Kobe Wiggle. It's a new MMA organization. It's good stuff. He's old, but I mean he's in a boxing match with Rashad Evans. He could still go. Easily still go. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, what else? Oh yeah, Junior Dos Santos is gonna be there. Luke Rockhold, Andre Arlovsky is gonna be fighting. Jeremy Stevens, Marlon Moraes, Kevin Lee is going to be fighting as well. So Kevin Lee is confirmed that he's fighting for the GFL, which is great. Finally fits, guys. He finally fits. Let's see. Spain is going to get fucked up in G League. Yeah, even the veterans are going to kick his ass. All they have to do is shoot one takedown, and that dude's history. I'm happy for Kevin Lee. I am too. He's begging to get back into the UFC through Contender Series. Like, dude just wants to fight. He wants to be fighting with the best in the world. So, you know what? If he gets to beat up some old heads in another organization, good on him. Best luck to him. Anyway, my final piece of MMA news, the best form. My next piece of MMA news, my last piece of MMA news for all the troopers and grinders. The MMA holy war has started once again with Ariel Helwani, the greatest MMA journalist of all time, and the rap from Sausage Party and UFC welterweight champion Bilal Muhammad. And more specifically, the guy who had him on his podcast, former #1 welterweight contender Jake Shields. A war between them has erupted, troopers and grinders. It all started with Bilal claiming that Ariel's never invited him on the podcast, and Shields somehow made the conflict about the IDF killing children in Palestine with U.S. citizens' money, saying that some Jews are okay. It's clearly Benjamin Netanyahu and the IDF in particular committing massacres in Gaza and Palestine. Israel's own citizens are revolting against him, for fuck's sake. Sure, there might be some pro-Israel Jewish groups in America and elsewhere, but I've seen just as many, if not more, Jewish groups against Netanyahu and the IDF's horrific actions in the Gaza Strip. Why are you roping religion into a beef over interview appearances, you fucking jackass? Jake Shields. There's my 2 cents in there. Ariel's kind of ass. He is absolutely ass. He's a scumbag of a journalist, but somehow Jake Shields and Bilal are trying to out scumbag him. So Ariel's fighting back. He's doing a classic 10-7 Helwani right now, Matua. Starting to like Bilal. I hope he doesn't annoy me again. Starting to annoy me. Amberly Rose. He's already on the path to it. He's lying. He's lying. Ariel then responded to the clip of Shields and Bilal bashing him, saying that he had asked Bilal to come on the show several times, including twice last year, and he never showed. Jake then responded that asking someone to come on the show publicly instead of privately is a futile venture, and you have no right to complain about someone not appearing on your show when you haven't asked them directly. Ariel then pulled a 10-7 and dished out the receipts. 10-7 Helwani, you guys. Tell him, New York Rick. Yeah, it looks like Ariel finally got you, Jake Shields. Jake, do you want to respond to that, Jake? How about this, New York Frank?
Yeah, Ariel got you that time. Don't you come at the king, you best not miss. Isn't that right, Bilal? I mean, I talk a lot like you, Bilal. Do you have a Chicago with a wavery accent? But Ariel Helwani's got you, dude. He's got you dead to rights. Thank you, New York Rick, and thank you, Frank.
Where he showed the oldest text message chain he could find with Bilal and his team, dating back to 2016, where he asked the Rat, Ali Abdelaziz, if Bilal could appear for an interview before his fight at UFC 205, and it was agreed to in private, but Bilal never showed up. He's asked publicly and privately. Now piss off, said Ariel. 10-7. I'll admit it, 10-7 on Jake Shields and Bilal. Rare Ariel W.
The nose knows. The nose knows, guys.
After Jake Shields took a while to respond to this, Ariel then prodded him with a gif of Dana going, Jake. Isn't he awesome? Shields finally responded like a bitter ex-girlfriend with a video he took of Ariel wearing a mask at a boxing show in Florida in 2021 when the COVID-19 pandemic was still in effect. Yeah, nice counterpoint, idiot. Probably thought the vaccine gave you magnetic powers too, or gave your children autism. Piss off. Sincerely, Hank the Tank as well. My Jewish brother, Ariel. Ariel Helwani is back in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out. Clear the runway.
Ariel Helwani show with New York Hank.
Oh, that's right, Ariel. I'm on your side all the time, 24/7, baby. And if Bilal Muhammad and Jake Shields want to talk tough and pretend like you never interviewed them, then just show them the receipts, baby. And show them those receipts that you got at the supermarket.
Thank you, New York Hank.
Jake has always been cool. Yeah, he deviates between cool and crazy. He was sort of like Sean Strickland before Sean Strickland. Always has an opinion, but sometimes that opinion is not the truth. But I actually had a teacher who taught the history of France and revolutions in France. And he told me that he had actually trained with Jake Shields and the Diaz brothers and Carlos Condit at a gym when he was young. He actually trained MMA at an MMA gym with Jake Shields. So there is my connection to Jake Shields. I'm coming for you. Hank the Tank's coming for you, Jake Shields, if you keep talking about my Jewish brother. So there you go, guys. New York Hank. I never thought I'd see it, guys. I think Ariel's a worm. I think Ariel's can be very crooked and very much a gaslighter and just an obnoxious douche. But at the same time, when Ariel's right, Ariel's right. So New York Hank is now on the Ariel Helwani show side. Let me tell you guys. Yeah, that is my last bit of MMA news, ladies and gentlemen. Last bit of MMA news. Lots of drama, mama. And some of it we will forget about tomorrow, and other pieces of breaking news are going to make a big impact on the MMA world from here to Tokyo for years to come, troopers and grinders. The nose knows. That's my prediction, chat. Going to have very long-term consequences, let me tell you. It's not going to peter out in a few years. Trust. It is kind of weird that Ariel kept receipts for that long.
Well, when you're in conversations with guys that have influence and fighters that are going to try to get at you in the years to come, you got to keep those receipts ready, Amberly. I had no choice. I screen recorded everything. I took screenshots of everything.
Ariel got nothing better to do.
That's right. I'm like the Night Stalker. I take photos of things that have been doctored or moved around by me, and I fake all my news stories, and I have the receipts at the ready. In every one of my relationships, I have tapes. I have audio tapes of everything. So the nose knows. I got the 10-7 receipts.
Good show, Hank. Jolly good show. Good show. Have some butterscotch ripple, Hank the Tank. Have some lollipops and raspberry delight. Dude, Pops is out of control. I know, man. Pops is crazy. Good show. Jolly good show. That's going to wrap it up. It's going to wrap it up, guys. Unless you have any more opinions for Hank the Tank and maybe some summaries of what I had in store for you guys. I think I'm going to head out soon. So keep it brief. Keep it brief. Yeah, your news shows are good. I appreciate it. Matua. Try to get the best and worst. I try to get everything. Anything that catches my eye and that I think is actually relevant to the MMA world, I'm going to talk about on my news show. So I compile over the last 2 to 3 days and have it all in one show. And make sure to have at least 8 bits of news for you. 8 bits of news every single stream. Like, some don't even have 5, don't even have 4. So D, you're giving me a D for my show, B. You'll be in a real B right now, B. Did you know? Hold on. B is a fax machine. It's slowly going to expand the message as it goes along. D, did you do? Did you, K? I appreciate the effort of you getting it together beforehand. Well, you got to be a professional, right?
You have to be. That is why Hank the Tank is the greatest MMA journalist of all time.
Hold on. Let me wait for B to finish their thought. Did you know? Come on. I got a minute left. I'll give you a minute, and then if you don't have a complete message, Hank the Tank's ending the show. Damn it. Anybody else got some comments for me before? Oh, there we go. Did you know O'Malley is doing ads for Jake Paul perfume? Ugh. Well, if that dude's hanging out with Andrew Tate and all the scum of the earth and iShowSpeed and all those fucking degenerate streamers, I'm not surprised. Not surprised, motherfucker, that he's doing ads for Jake Paul perfume. They're both stupid, tatted up, colored hair, fucking freaks. Dude, just manipulate their childish fans. And yeah, they're just part of that horrible youth culture YouTube degeneracy. So I'm not surprised if he's hanging out with Andrew Tate. He could easily hang out with Jake Paul as well as his brother Logan. Both fucking scumbags. What's it smell like? Smells like Jake Paul's armpits after 12 rounds of boxing, which is just ooh, delightful. Ugh. Finally got that glob out. Probably smells like hair dye. You gonna buy it for Christmas? Hell no. Hell no. Why? I'd probably get scammed just like everything else the Paul brothers sell. Buy skates that for Christmas. Yeah, he'd probably break open the bottle and shove the glass and as well as the rest of the perfume into my freaking eyes until I couldn't see anymore. And definitely not doing that. But I think that's it. I think I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you all for tuning into Hank's Think Tank. Love you guys for keeping Hank the Tank company as he reads out all the news. And until we meet again, troopers and grinders, you have escaped the war zone for now. And let me tell you, Chad, if you want to act disrespectful around me and make me look like bad guy when you grabbing my arm during my news interview and tell me to do impression, I don't think disrespectful. I don't think this is good for you. You no respect. No respect for Merab when I just trying to hold Aljo's hand underneath the jacuzzi. And how about this? How about this? How about I flex on you like kangaroo, you know? Yeah, yeah. How about that?